It's like when you buy a packet of biscuits from the shop and your little brother takes one and you say, who's had a biscuit out of there? And he's like, not me. And then you notice the crumbs around his chops. So you give him a slap around the head and just push him up the stairs, innit? And that's what happened. You know what I mean? He got a slap round his head and he got told off for trying to eat the biscuits, and he got pushed up the stairs. You know what I mean? And this has been happening for 13 years now. You know, not 13 weeks. You know, these shameless bastards were celebrating being above Manchester City for 1 week out of 13 years last week. 1 week out of 13 years. And then we had to suffer the bullshit, the laughing, the joking. I feel like I'm confident. I think we've got a chance. I'm going there with this. I'm going there. I don't know where the confidence went. Yeah, we got beat off Tottenham and we got beat off Brighton. You got beat off fucking Grimsby Town, mate. So where's this confidence come from? It's a great cooking.
Mate, the skullduggery cooking of him was special. Unbelievable, absolutely hilarious. It's the music in the back. It's the music in the background that kills it. The music in the background. What about this? You've seen this one?
You deserve everything you get, Team Ruben.
Meltdown scenes, isn't it?
Ridiculously. We haven't really we haven't had you on the channel since the derby. Are you still buzzing?
I wouldn't say I'm buzzing. It's always good to give them a slap. You know what I mean? It's just the amount of talking they were doing. And like you say, we were under a lot of pressure going into the game. If we'd have lost that game, it'd have been 3 on the bounce. And I think the vultures would have been circling around the club.
Yeah.
And us as fans would have been getting it. So it's good to have the pressure off a little bit. Obviously going into tonight's match. And then we've got a massive game on Sunday. Still can't get my head around the reasons why we're playing on a Thursday. Yeah, they played on a Tuesday and all this nonsense. It's just, it stinks a little bit, that, to be fair. But no, we're moving on from it. We needed it. We needed to just get the result. And like you say, there were some positives from the game. A lot of positives, really. And it's got the fan base in a little bit of a different mood this week, I've noticed. So let's see tonight if we can keep it going, get some consistency going and get the win, you know?
Yeah, it does. It does feel like a completely different vibe. And I don't know. I feel like the derby was the perfect... in hindsight, it was the perfect game.
I think
the derby for Donnarumma as well. Obviously.
I think the Donnarumma thing, it always baffles... It's hard online when you go online because people panic like, you know, we're getting rid of Ederson and he's a goalkeeper that we know and we love and we've seen it. I was coming out the ground and there's a young lad in front of me and he said him and his mate were talking. I was right behind him and he goes, yeah, he was good Donnarumma today, but I can tell he's not good with his feet. And I just put my arm around his neck and I went, he doesn't have to be good with his feet. And he was like, Big Steve. I went, he's the best in the world, man. You've just seen it there. I said, we don't need it. I said, you need to get Ederson out of your mind. Get Ederson out of your mind. It's like City replacing Rodri with someone now. And everyone will always say, yeah, but he can't do what Rodri can do. You have to get it out of your mind. He's a replacement. So he's bringing... Nobody says, oh, well, Ederson couldn't have saved that goal. Because when it's that volley, to be fair, I've seen Anthony ping him from that angle past Ederson. So it works both ways. But I feel like the club are going in a new direction. He's already said Pep asked him to get into the back line and get a bit of fear factor in him and that, which he did. And the South Stand are going to love the guy because all game he was pumping the badge, giving it the big one, you know, winding everyone up and that. And like you say, the presence of the man, the size of the man in the goal, in that fluorescent top, he just looks fucking massive, mate.
Do you know what? So from the minute we signed him, I wasn't like, I'm not going to act like I've been excited about him. You've been buzzing. I think I said last week, I haven't seen you this excited about signing a player since Erling Haaland. But you were very, very clearly, but it's taken one game for me to get it. I mean, one game, a press conference, but even it just, the whole aura thing, and I use the term aura. I know kids use it in a different way now, but he has got an aura about him. It's very, very clear. And even the fact that it's mad that Pep clearly knows it. And this is where I feel like sometimes as fans, we don't see that in this football world, the elites seem to have a relationship. The fact that Erling Haaland and him, they seem to have a connection already, right? And it's because I think both of them recognise that they are winners. And the fact that his agents come out and said one of the things Pep has said to him is, "I want you to wake this team up. I want you to wake this team up." And yesterday in his press conference, he was talking about before the Napoli game in the dressing room what he's going to say to the players. I'm thinking, fucking hell, he's walked in the gaff and he's already. It's a bit like I remember Andy Morrison. He's just walked in and he's
experienced. Though Dax, he's won the Euros. He was the best player in the Euros. He won the trophy for that. In penalty shootouts, you know you've got a chance now. Before Edison, we were all thinking, fucking hell. I know Trafford's great at penalties, but we've got a chance with this guy. And like you say, he's got that about him where if we do have a little switch off moment at the back, you're pretty confident that if anyone goes through 1-on-1, this guy has got a great chance of saving it. You know, Edison, it was brilliant, and we're not slagging him, but you knew that Edison was coming tearing out, and he was just going to volley someone, and that was it. He was off or something, you know.
Do you know what? There was actually a save in I think it was the first half against United where he came out. No, he made a save and then he got straight back up and just made himself huge in front of the player, and the player put it wide. But it's those things. And on corners, you know, I was saying before the game how I think on the Saturday I did a watch along for a different game. I said it kind of surprises me how now it's down to all the other players to protect the goalkeeper on corners, right? Whereas with Donnarumma,
see what he was doing on corners? He was pushing them out of the way.
Yeah,
fucking move. He grabbed it. He was going move, move, and he wasn't like wrestling. So the ref can say he's wrestling. He was literally like palming them off. Palm.
So he did at one point. He did two players at one time. He just pushed two away, and he said straight away he's probably saying to the defenders, because if you imagine, one thing we've seen at times is maybe like Bernardo Silva's mark and Rico Lewis are marking players that were a lot bigger than him. It seemed like Donnarumma now is probably saying to everyone, this area here, don't worry about it. I've got it, because I'm just gonna fly through everyone. And the thing is, that's what I saw from the corners.
Yeah.
If he wants to get his fist on it, he's getting his fist on it. It doesn't matter. If you're in the way, you're going to be in the way, but he's going through you and he's going to outjump everyone. So we'll be interested. That'll be an interesting one against Arsenal. And you're right. As for the other thing, when you look at what a leader should do, a leader should make people want to follow him into battle. And one game, and not just the players, but the fans as well. As fans, you can see he's engaged with all of the fans. I said, if you're Edison, you're looking at that a bit, thinking, "Fucking hell, he's coming there." And
I've seen Edison with Fenerbahce the other night, and the fans love him, and he's enjoying himself. Edison's listening. Edison owes us nothing. We owe him nothing. Yeah. It was a relationship that worked. He came here, he conquered it. He left the champion. I told you that conversation me and Edison had at the treble winning party when he was in tears, saying everybody in the Brazilian national team used to slag him off, saying Man City will never win the European Cup. And then he FaceTime Neymar. Yeah, I told you that story, didn't I? And Edison was like a kid in a sweet shop that he probably gets a bit of shit on international duty, like, yeah, Man City, mate, you've gone there for the dough, you're never going to win the Champions League. Then the next camp he strutted in there as a treble winner, so he instantly commanded respect. But like I say, we got to move on from it. And I feel like Donnarumma is just gives us something different. And what we did notice was that we didn't have to play it out from the back. So sometimes Donnarumma hit a long one, but that long one caught United by surprise. And then all of a sudden, if Haaland gets that ball under control, we're on him 3 against 3. And we're not used to doing that. We used to tippy-tapping it about at the back, letting everybody settle into 2 banks of 4 and then trying to pass through it. It's too difficult. Yeah. You watch how many goals in the next few weeks Man City score where it comes from Donnarumma not fucking about with the ball and just pinging one. And people say, oh, long ball. It's not long ball. It's we've got the best number 9 in the world, and we don't get him on the ball. So the best thing to do is give him the ball. So if not every time, but if we've not got an option at the back and he needs to go long, Haaland's got to get that ball under control and bring everyone into play and attack, you know?
Yeah. Do you know what? I think that was the thing that I noticed, and it's quite refreshing to see that Haaland all of a sudden, like, we're getting the ball to Haaland a lot quicker and playing to Haaland's strengths. And the thing is, there's going to be a lot more space for Haaland to run into now, which is kind of like the Haaland that we saw at Dortmund and that we loved. When Haaland, I think Rudiger spoke on it, and Rudiger said, the only way to play against, right, basically, you want Haaland facing away from the goal, right?
100%.
Because if he's facing the goal and running, well, he's stronger than you and he's faster than you, right? And he's clinical. So you ain't got a chance.
They want him getting upset and wrestling.
Yeah.
If you see Haaland wrestling with two centre-backs, his head's not on the game. If you see Haaland keeping away from him and people go, why is he not getting involved? He looks like he's not getting involved. Oh, he's involved, all right. He's switched off, keeping away, ready for that run. It's down to the other ones to put it there. And at weekend, they put it there. The first goal, he out-muscled the defender, got his body in front of him. And the finish, he flicked it over his shoulder. Great goal. And the second one, as soon as there's a mistake, He's on it, and it's scoring it. And like you say, the defensive headers that he did at the weekend against United, there were 4 times he was in our own box and he headed the ball away. These are things
that was unreal. That was unreal for me. Yeah, that for me was my best moment from Haaland on Sunday was seeing him to the point where the commentators are going, he's back there again. And it is.
My dad said it to me. My dad said that's the side of Haaland that nobody will talk about. And listen, after the text messages that were sent, when he said, I'm going to put it right on Derby Day, the guy backed his shit. The guy backed his shit. He didn't talk nonsense and think, you know what, I'll just say this to appease the fans. He was confident in his own ability, and you've got to respect him. And at the end of the day, he's our talisman. He signed a 9-year contract, no matter what. And all these idiots that go, we're better off without Haaland, and he's a League 2 striker. Them goal scoring stats that are coming out are unbelievable. He's there to score goals at the end of the day. He's not there to link play. He's not there to come deep. He's not there to go wide. He's not there to track back. He's there to score goals. Because if he was coming wide and he was linking play and he was doing that but wasn't scoring goals, they'd be going fucking mad saying he's there to score goals. So he literally can't win. Do you want him in the box scoring goals, or do you want him outside the box linking play but we don't score goals? You see what I'm saying?
Well, this is the whole thing. Steve, let me just, I don't know if you've seen the stats, but sorry, bear with me. I'm just trying to find these that I posted the other week, right? Fucking caused a load of shit online. Where was it? It was last week. His stats, do you know that you can wipe out Erling Haaland's whole Manchester City career and he's still outscored Isaac, right? And you're talking about 130, I think he scored, what has he scored? Is it 139 goals he's scored for us now? You can wipe
Isaac's a good player. We know that, right?
Yeah.
But he's a different kind of player.
Yeah.
He's a striker and he scores goals. Does he score goals at the same level as Haaland? No. Will Isaac drop deep and play with the ball? Yeah. Will he go wide with the ball? Yeah. So they're totally different players. Yeah. But I'm telling you now, I wouldn't swap my striker for anyone. Anyone we've got. No one. And Liverpool know that. They've had to get someone close to it, and they've gone and got him. But listen, all we need to concentrate on is how we get the ball to our man. We get the ball to our man regular enough, the ball's in the net. Simple as that.
Yeah. And it was good seeing Foden back as well, wasn't it?
Oh, brilliant. Like you say, whatever problems he's had, it's been frustrating. And there's nobody more frustrated than us Manchester City fans with Phil. Because when Phil Foden's in that form and he's enjoying his football and he's linking the play up and he's doing little step overs and roll back.
Some of the little rollbacks and stuff he's doing. It's when you watch the game, because there's one or two that I didn't notice during the game and people mentioned to me. And then it's when City are doing reposting them, but in slow motion, so you can actually see him. It's like, but do you know what? There's one that really, and it gets me thinking about it, right? Is when he scored and he ran over to and you see there's one angle of all the players, right? But there's this other angle and you can see this old woman has got hold of Phil's head and she's saying something to him, looking in his eyes, and you're thinking, fuck. And you can see Vardiol is looking at what she's saying. Like Vardiol's there just staring at the woman. Don't know who she was. I don't know if it was one of his family, but you could see just the love for Phil Foden. And again, I just think when you look at that derby back in hindsight, there were so many stories, and the Foden coming back because Phil will have been. Phil's grown up around Ricky Hatton, right?
Yeah, he was upset by it.
Yeah, he's grown up around him, right? He knows his son, right? So to him, that that meant a lot. And it was almost like it was written in the stars that it had to be Phil that got the first goal as well. And the desire to get on the end of that ball as well, which is something I think that's something we've missed so much. The fact that Phil was crashing that box, whereas sometimes we haven't got people in the box as well. Anyone else in particular that really stood out for you in the derby?
I thought Nico O'Reilly needed his props because he's not a left back, but he was up against Ahmad, and Ahmad can be very, very dangerous. You know what I mean? But I didn't think he let him settle on the ball. I think he made it awkward for him. Kuzanov again. He rattled a couple of cages with some good early challenges. The fans loved that. You know what I mean? Did he make some stupid challenges as well? He did. He gave him unnecessary free kicks on the edge of the box by just being too involved.
One in particular
but that's really, just him being raw. I thought Ruben Diaz, who's had a lot of stick recently, he put a couple of meaty challenges in. He was getting the back four going. But other than that, Bernardo Silva, I thought ran his nuts off. Jeremy Doku, the goal he created, fair play to him. But listen, we're not the finished article. We're far from it. We're not where we need to be. But these are positive signs. Are we better off than we was a week ago? 100%. Last week we were fucking in no man's land. Yeah. So it's all down to tonight for me. Napoli, Kevin De Bruyne, McTominay, Rasmus Højlund, all them boys are coming to town. They're going to try and spoil the party. But we've just got to get the job done tonight. You know what I mean? Nothing fancy. Yeah. Get stuck into him. Get the job done. Get the win.
Shout out to G Banks becoming a member. Appreciate it massively. People, there's 130 of you in here. The likes are only on 50. The ratio is not good enough, people. Let's get those likes higher. The likes are everything to the channel, because if you like this video, the video is going to be pushed out to more people, not just now, but afterwards for the watchbacks as well. So please, 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 the bread and butter. And Pep Guardiola is asking, Big Steve, will KDB get some kind of applause in the 17th minute tonight? Do you know if anything's planned for Kev?
I think there's I think the 1894 are going to do something, but I don't think it's 17th minute. Listen, I think he's going to get the reception he deserves at the beginning, and then he'll battle. Then you know what I mean. He's on the opposite side. I don't think he'd want any more than that. He's one of us. He said it in their press conferences. I'm City till I die. I'm a Man City fan. So it's just good to see him out there. He's enjoying his time there. I was on the train yesterday back from London. There was a Napoli journalist on there. He came straight over to me. I was sat with my City top on, little fella, and he was loving it because I like Napoli. I like Diego Maradona. I've got a special thing for Napoli. So me and him were gabbing all the way back to Manchester, and he was saying like De Bruyne, that the fans love him and stuff like that, and Napoli won the league, and they're coming here to win. They're not fazed by it. You got Paolo Di Canio in the press saying Manchester City's defence is fucking awful.
I see that.
He's just talking it up. But I tell you what, if they get slapped tonight, Napoli, then everyone needs to be at him, Paolo Di Canio. The reason he ain't got a job in football is because he's a shit manager. So he needs to sack it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did see he said that, but then I guess that's Paolo Di Canio being Paolo Di Canio. It's just the person he is, isn't it? So, do you know what? It's one of them games where there's a few banana skins here.
100%, yeah.
It's in that Rasmus Højlund, right?
Yeah, that bastard. How many times we've been slagging him off? Angry Ginge, by the way, fair play to him. He actually paid me the money.
Yeah, I see that.
Me and Angry Ginge had a bet, 250 quid. I caught him on the hop. We went to watch England, Denmark, and I'm in the buffet table, and he comes behind me. Right, Big Steve, how are you doing, mate? All right, got chatting. Anyway, we started having a bit of banter about City United. You know what he's like? He's dry as fuck. And then I went, that Rasmus Højlund, I said, he's fucking shite. I said, I just won 250 quid off my mate last year that he won't get 20 goals. He's not doing that this year. And he goes, I thought he fucking is. I went, well, bet me then 250. He went, right, you're on. So we had the bet. Anyway, you can't get hold of him, can you? He's a fucking superstar. Yeah. Anyway, I got him on the train the other day. I knew he was on the train, so I texted him. And he went, fucking hell, yeah. And then he nearly fell for another bet because I said, that Amarim will be gone by Christmas. And he went, do you fucking want a bet? And then he went, in fact, I'm not betting you because I'm not betting you. So I nearly had him again. But fair play to Ginge. He paid his debts. But no, Højlund's got a point to prove as well. He's scoring as well out there as well.
And McTominay as well. Obviously, he's a red. So there are, and I can't lie, the KDB is kind of like, I don't want KDB to score. Let's be honest. Look,
No,
he
we
might
don't.
be our legend. I don't want him to score. And this is the thing. He can. I think I said yesterday, if we get it to 5-0, I don't mind De Bruyne scoring a worldie, right? Because he did miss in his last game at the Etihad. He didn't get to score. But for me, I don't want him to have a good game. I want him to have a
It's going
bad
to be
game.
interesting to see how we cope with him, because he's going to know every single tactic and every single thing we do. He's going to know it. So when he's in the dressing room, he's going to be saying, "Watch out for this. Pep's going to do this. Watch out for this." So I just think tonight he's got banana skin written all over it. Napoli are a good side. I think we just got to win, man. We seen last night. I watched Liverpool. They started like a house on fire, and then they got lucky again. You know, it is what it is, but we've just got to win tonight. It's all about the win.
So where are you with this? Because look, I'm pretty certain from our conversations we've had whenever we've been at games, and even I think when we were on Lab Bible, Sport Bible, I think we got asked this question. And you want another Champions League badly, don't you?
Yeah, I think we need one, yeah.
So, but with that being said, we've got Arsenal on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed, and I'm going to release it after the show. You've sent over your preferred 11. Mine and yours are pretty different because you're not resting anyone, are you? You're going all out in this.
More or less, yeah. I tried to add a couple of little ones at the back, but other than that, I think it's an important game. I think this, because of this Champions League format, the way it works now, you don't get chance. So if we're playing, no disrespect, if we're playing RB Leipzig tonight at home, and then we know that our group, we're going to go through it, we can just it and think, you know what? But looking at the games we've got, they're all tough. We've got to go to Madrid in December. You know what I mean? You know, you've got Galatasaray, Bayer Leverkusen. There's loads of tough teams in it. So we need points on the board. It's a league at the end of the day. It's a league table. You know, Paris Saint-Germain last season, if Man City had beat them at Paris when we were 2-0 up, they're out of that. They're out of that.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what? I've never thought about that. And they went on and won the Champions League. Yeah, they were literally, they were 2-0 down.
Yeah, and that's it. If they wouldn't have won that, they were out.
Do you know what? I've never think of that. They were 2-0 down. They were nearly out of the Champions League. Ultimately, if they were playing normal City, they would have been gone. But we just
and they kicked into gear.
Yeah,
they kicked into gear and just fucking murdered us. But at the end of the day, it's important. I think you've got to win your home games. You've got to win them now. Get the home points on the board, and like you say, get through. I think it benefits you now as well where you finish in the league. So about the next round of legs, home legs and away legs and stuff. So it's going to be a mad. I've looked at Real Madrid the other night, though. They didn't look the greatest either.
Nah, they really didn't. I think
they got that penalty near the end or whatever it was.
I think I can't see him lasting there, Alonso.
I think he's going to need time. I think to implement what he's going to do.
It's just if they want to give him that as well. That's the question.
But I think there's a very, very distinguished lack of good managers out there at the minute. I think that's why United are clinging on to Amorim, because I don't think there's anybody else about there.
Yeah, well, by the looks of it, they are sticking with him as well. That's what I'm seeing, which is good for us. So you would be starting Rodri tonight. See, for me, I saw what you said. You said Ake on the left. I was initially thinking I'd maybe do Ake Kuzanov centre-back partnership, right? But then I thought, no, it's not good enough. It isn't good enough. And I'll be honest, I'm prioritising the Arsenal game. I am, right, over this one. But then I thought about it and thought, hold on. I probably would say Ake. I'm on the left. I'm not sure if Ake or O'Reilly on the left, but I think I'd probably play Kuzanov and Diaz in the middle, and bring back probably Nunes on the right hand side. But
he's definitely going to change it, I think, because he needs to give people games. I know we've got Huddersfield next week in the cup.
That's a chance to give
people a run out, which is fine. But Arsenal on Sunday is going to be a tough one. We know that, so I don't know what he's going to play there. I think we're going to be under a lot of pressure there. So it is what it is. Whether he's going to go there, Pep, and fucking try and get something like a point or something, I don't know. But
it's one of those ones with. So Do you think I'm pretty certain Donnarumma will be starting tonight. I have no doubt that he gets given the Champions League games.
I think you've got to. He's a massive
Yeah.
presence in the Champions League.
Yeah.
He's won it last year. We need him. James Trafford, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, no problem with that at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No problem
Yeah,
with that at all.
I'm the
You
same
know,
with
if
that.
we're through in the Champions League and we've got someone in the last home game and we're not under no pressure to win, and he wants to play him, play him. But
Yeah.
it's got to be Donnarumma for me. The way he
I
started at
think so.
weekend, what he brought to the team, we've got to get him integrated in the side early as possible. These big nights are made for Donnarumma, you know?
Yeah, they are. And I think that he's going to have the bit between the teeth for the Champions League. I think it's no doubt he'll probably want to win. He probably wants to win the Champions League again just to get one over PSG. Because I think, just to go back something, sorry, I meant to say this before. Don't know if you saw what you said yesterday as well, because I know you were busy. But he said that one of the things that's very important he said he knows that a lot of people have spoke about him with his feet. He said, but one of the things that's very important with him is him being able to read the game and read risks and knowing.
Yeah.
And he said, and I'm perfectly fine with if there's times where I can try and play out from the back, and there's times where I'm just going to go long. And he literally said it himself. And that's what I love. Whereas with Trafford, the one thing with Trafford that we did see is I feel like Trafford was trying a bit too hard to play out from the back.
Trying to be Edison. He was trying to please everybody.
Yeah.
And and I think now with Donnarumma coming, that will lift the massive pressure off Trafford.
Yeah.
You think, hold on a minute, I'm going to train with Gigi every day. I'm going to learn things from him. I'm going to be only going to become a better goalkeeper. Hugo Viana said yesterday that you don't think anyone's got a better goalkeeping setup than us. Ortega, Trafford, Donnarumma, all three of them are quite comfortable putting in the team. You know.
Do you know what I said this the other day before the derby that we were talking about who would start, and someone I think someone said as a joke, "Oh, you never know, Pep might start Ortega," and I kind of said, "Do you know what?" I said, although it won't happen. If we were to start Ortega, I wouldn't be that worried. You know, no. I think Ortega got a bit of unfair criticism last year. I actually think he's good. Yeah, so you're right. For those three goalkeepers, is insane. People, please make sure you're smashing the like button. Nearly 200 of you in here, but the likes aren't over 100 yet. We need to get those likes up to 150. Please, 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 people. Right, so against Arsenal, we say that it's a very difficult game. I can't. It's difficult for me to see a win against them. However, if we do get a win, it's going to completely change the narrative of this whole season.
Yeah, it will do. Yeah, I can see us winning there. But what I'm saying is that we've got to be real. The way we've started the season's not been ideal.
Yeah,
and last season we got a slap in there. We've just got. I think we're still learning a lot about our own team and the backroom staff and everything. I think this game's come at probably a bad time for us, but something like this was always going to happen. We've just got to go there, and we've got to come away from there with some sort of positives out of it. You know, I'd take a draw. Usually, I'd say no. Let's go Arsenal and flatten them. But I know at the minute Arsenal's squad is very, very good. They're playing very, very well
as well.
Depth, and I think if someone offered me a draw now, I'm taking it. You know?
Yeah, I'd take a draw as well. I think that's the thing. Look, a draw where we are right now, a draw away at Arsenal, it's a good result because it keeps, ultimately, the one thing you always say is keeping people within distance, and a draw will always keep them within distance. However, I do think for me, I think Rodri is going to be chomping at the bit for this Arsenal game.
He will be, yeah.
He's and you know it's I think it's 364 days after he got injured against them when we play him, and there was that shoulder in the face. I don't know why I see Rodri scoring against Arsenal. I just think it's one of those ones that may well be written in the stars. But no, do you know what? From what I saw against Man United, if we go with the same back four with Rodri, that's maybe I would rest Rodri tonight. I'm not starting him. I'm going with Gonzalez personally. I could see us nick it. There's something inside me saying we might nick something against Arsenal.
I hope you're right. It's how we've got to just defend well. We've
Yeah.
not been defending well. The defense has been letting us down. The midfield play's been okay and the strike's been fine. It's just a defense. We've got a mistake in us. But I feel like with Donnarumma coming in now, that the percentage of mistakes it just lessens a little bit because they know they've got someone behind them. They've got someone talking to them. It's all right, Ruben Diaz doing all the talking, but he can't be everywhere. But when you've got that presence behind, just to pull you in. I was watching him. Kuzanov was getting a little bit stranded in places, and we were in the south stand. He was barking to him.
Was he?
Get back here, pull in there, settle down. And then Pep was sending the instructions on to him. So he's almost like having another captain at the back just to steady it out. And you know yourself when you're a kid playing football, you always play better when your dad sort of stood behind the net, sort of coaching you a little bit. Because you'd go on a walkabout and he'd be like, pull in a little bit there or watch the line there and all that. And you always had someone sort of looking out for your back. And I feel like we've got that now with Donnarumma.
I think especially with Kuzanov as well. I think that would be a really important one with him as well. Because you've very much got there. Because I think where we are as a team at the moment, we've got a lot of things where whether it be Vardiol getting back to fitness, Rodri's having to concentrate on his fitness, Ruben's got to find his form again. So I do think Donnarumma's come in. And if you think about it, we usually have 5 leaders, don't we?
We do. Yeah, we
do. And at the moment, we've got 4. And I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the season, we hear that Donnarumma's been promoted up to the five leaders. Does anyone know? Does he speak English? Was his press conference yesterday in English? Because I did see he had a translator.
A little bit, I think, yeah.
A little bit. Okay. Yeah. But no, I agree with you. I think he's really, really going to steady the ship at the back. What do you think of Doku the other day, actually, as well?
He was a lot better than he has been, He's another one. He just frustrates us. We know what he's like. You're going to either get a really good game out of him or some games you're going to be thinking, I feel like Savinho's got to get some minutes tonight as well.
Yeah. But maybe on the left as well. Maybe Bob will come back in. I think Pep is going to tinker a bit. But for me, and I was like I said, I was going to if I had my way, I was thinking maybe an Ake Kuzanov centre back partnership. But I thought about it and thought, nah, that's not good enough. If I'd be starting Ruben Diaz and resting Vardiol tonight, but I'd still start Ruben Diaz. For me, or the other one is Stones is back in training. Does Stones come back in?
I don't know. I think Ake needs minutes. I feel like Nunes is probably going to get some sort of minutes. Savinho needs minutes. And Savinho's got to knuckle down now, you know what I mean? We all know he fancied that Tottenham transfer. So you've got to come and start adding something to the team, Oscar Bob, he's getting back to full fitness. Nico Gonzalez probably needs minutes. And Foden, we've got to watch him. We've got to wrap him in cotton wool a little bit if he's only just coming back. So it's going to be interesting to see the lineup. But like you say, we'll just have to roll with it. Yeah,
we did. That was the one thing against United. And we did look we looked a bit tired, didn't we? Once it got to about the 65th, 70th minute, we looked a bit tired. So we are going to have to rotate a little bit tonight. Anything else we need to talk on? I'm just thinking. By the way, did you see Forest last night?
Yeah, I seen it. My mate's a Swansea fan, so I seen that.
Oh, yeah. What's his name, innit? Keno.
Yeah, he messaged me this morning, all excited. And the only thing I want to say, I just want to do a little special mention to Fanzone Danny, who did the Ricky Hatton tribute at weekend, because Fanzone Danny is Ricky's close mate, and he'd just been on a stag do with him and all that. So they go home and away together. And for him to stand there and to read that tribute to Ricky Hatton with the whole stadium singing "There's only one Ricky Hatton," I tell you what, they want a dry eye in the house. I was tears running down my face. I just couldn't believe it. And I thought, fair play, you know what I mean? Respect to him, because I could see it was killing him inside, and he'd only just received the news. He was working at the time. He's had to go out and entertain the crowd while he knows his friend has just passed away. And I just thought the guy didn't take the easy way out and say, I'm going to need a few moments, so I'm going to have to go in the stand. He went, look, give me the mic. I'm going to do my mate proud. And I just want to say, that was fucking unbelievable from him. So big up Fanzone Danny. And what else I want to say to people is out there, like, if you're struggling, mental health or whatever, you need to speak to someone. You can't bottle it all in. You've got to speak to someone, whether it's your friend, with the parents, the doctors. You've got to speak to someone, because if Ricky the Hitman Hatton could see the love that he's got around the world, not in England, around the world, he would sit there and think, what have I been worrying about all the time? He's got the biggest backup structure in the world. Literally everyone in the world loved him. And then Ricky Hatton was one of these, that if Ricky Hatton ever fell on his face in life, there's a million people would pick Ricky the Hitman Hatton back up. You know why? Because he was a genuinely nice person and everybody wanted him to do well. And there's so many people around the world that had good times watching Ricky Hatton that it's hurt so many people. I still haven't got over it. Now, I watched the Ricky Hatton documentary last night on Sky again, and it breaks me in two. I was lucky enough to call him my friend. I went to many of his fights. I was in his dressing room for many of the fights. And I seen David Beckham in there, Russell Crowe, all of these people. The guy was a superstar. But the thing is with Rick, he always felt like he was letting everyone down. That was it. So he'd been to Vegas. He'd fought Mayweather. The next day we see him in the hotel. He's apologising to us because he let us down. He didn't let nobody down. We're all a load of scruffy kids from Moston. We're in fucking Las Vegas watching one of our own fight Floyd Mayweather. Our dreams came true because of Ricky Hatton. And like you say, there's loads of charities out there. CAD Cleaner and Dryer was set up in Manchester because our friend Dryer committed suicide. You can go there every Friday. You can punch the punch bag. There's a big group of people there. They all come together. It's fucking free. Go on Instagram, CAD. If you need somewhere on a Friday night to let the anger out, speak to people. These are not soft people, by the way. These are all big, horrible, fucking, ugly fucking men that have got bad problems, but they're all having a cuddle and talking about it. So there's no one's discriminating. You've got Andy's Man Club, you know, who's a massive charity. You can speak to them. Mind, Body and Soul on Instagram. Another charity, all football lads, 24 hours a day. You can send them a DM. I get DMs about mental health, right? And I always try to reply to everybody, but I'm not qualified. I'm not qualified to do it. I can only direct you in these things. So all I'm saying, if there's anyone out there watching this now and that struck a little nerve in your head, don't just think about it. Fucking do it. Because the world is a better place with you in it. And the last thing we need now while the world is wank is people like Ricky Hitman Hatton and all that fucking leaving this planet. So that's all I wanted to say on it. I don't want to go mad on it. Steve. I just wanted to say, look, everyone's struggling. The champion, Ricky the Hitman Hatton, world champion, millionaire, fucking kids, everything struggling. You know what I mean? So you're not on your own, but please get help, man. Please get help.
Well said, Steve. And remember, people, what I said last night. Hopefully, at least a few of you have done it. If you haven't, reminder: just go in your phone book, scroll through, find someone you haven't spoke to for a month or two, and just drop them a message and say, "Just checking in. Hope you're well." And just saying something nice to them. Make them smile, because this world is not a nice place. And yeah, we all need to stick together, man, because it is difficult out there. It is very, very difficult. So well said, Steve. Thank you. Right, people, we are going to wrap it up here. Nice, quick, easy show this morning. Got the game tonight. Let's hope that Kev doesn't score. I think I will be coming back with the shake at 5 p.m. But if not, I will be. There will be content out tonight after the game. Hope everyone has a good game that's going along to it. Cheer for Kev before the game. Give him a round of applause afterwards. But let's hope that he has no luck in front of goal like his last game, to be fair. Anyway, we're out, people.